just minding my business, and then boom, the sun starts kissing me. Like, what the heck? What the hell? What the helly? What the helly on tape? What the helly wrong chance? What the helly, Ben? What the helly virus? That sound is literally living right through my head. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Queendom. It is your girl, the official melanin queen, and I really hope you love it over the side because we make money type content, we make lifestyle content, we make banter content, and honestly, I don't want to niche down my content anymore. Actually, let's do that again. Welcome back to my channel. Okay. There is no niche here because I am the niche. I know I'm not the first person to say that, but maybe I believe that I'm the niche. So this is like year 6, 7, or 8 of me doing content. I'd have to date back for my videos and put it right here. But I don't remember how long I've been doing content for, and I decided that I'm gonna do a get to know me tag because the first ever get to know me tag that I did, I deleted it because it was just too crazy, you know. And it reminds me of the time that I started doing content because that time I had no fear. I knew I loved YouTube, I knew I loved creating, and it was just before COVID, and I was like, you know what, I want to be a content creator. I remember having a phone that had a touch screen. I remember piling up my buckets and like a smaller lunchbox just to make a tripod so that I could film my first makeup tutorial. I remember using green tea for foundation, and I'll do my makeup every day. That's how I learned to do my makeup, which was during COVID. I remember experimenting using my mom's food glitter to do cut creases, and I was so confident I would post it. I remember I even had foundation blindness where I looked scary, like I looked light skinned but my body was dark, you know. On TikToks, I built a community of people during that period that really brought me to where I am now, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to sit in front of you guys today. And I've had a lot of opportunities that I've been exposed to, all because you guys liked me enough to believe in my dream, followed my account, and the list goes on. So before I begin, I want to say thank you so much for embarking on the rest of this journey with me. Thank you for believing in me from the onset. Thank you for supporting by liking my videos, by following my account, subscribing, commenting, sharing to whoever you shared it to. I'm really grateful to each and every one of you guys, and I know some of you literally, like, I know the county has always been, and I don't know, man, I'm just filled with gratitude in this season. You guys do not have any idea what you've done, but by subscribing to this channel and by liking my videos, you have made a little girl's dream come true. Anyway, let's not get emotional. Welcome to my Get to Know Me Again tag. I have a few questions that I asked you guys to ask me on Instagram on a poll, and you guys came through as per usual. But I want to first answer the basic stuff that you guys obviously asked me in my DMs and stuff like that, you know, and my comments, things that you guys might be curious about. So the first 5 minutes, I'm just going to answer the basic questions, random facts about me. So first of all, my name is Tediwa Vanessa Alice Chibanga. No, it's not, well, soon to be Mumba because I'm married. But anyway, Tediwa, not Tediwa Nashe, it's just Tediwa, short, straight to the point, means well loved. Vanessa and Alice is my grandmother's name, but I don't use it much, so people either know me as Tediwa or Vanessa. They don't know that I have a third name. Not a lot of people do. I'm 25 years of age. I was born on the 4th of March in 2000. This was an age that I thought I would have had a lot of things figured out, but I don't want to dwell on the things that are going on because most of the things that I felt like I would have achieved by now, I have already, and it would be very ungrateful of me to say, oh no, I just feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be, because I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I believe that most of the things that I don't have now are because I don't deserve them yet, or I'm not yet the right person, or don't have the right characteristics to receive whatever I feel like I am meant to receive, you know. For example, an immense amount of wealth. I'm not wealthy, I'm not rich yet, because I believe that there's still some paneling that I need to do in terms of my money management and money skills. Because if I can't handle like a $10 note and I start going crazy and acting like I'm rich, then how the hell am I supposed to be trusted with like millions of dollars? Like, I'm just a bit too generous and I don't hesitate to spend money. So I need to work on that first. Hence why God hasn't given me my GL yet. But like, let me tell you, the moment that I get that unlocked, you're gonna see there will be signs. I'm gonna be a rich babe. My favorite color has always been sky blue growing up. Then I transitioned to black. I loved black for such a period, but now I do not have a favorite color for some weird reason. I just love what I love, but I'm in my pink era. And when you love pink, it says that it means that you're in a good space in your life. This is the theory. And I'm in my pink era. Like, I love pink. I love pink so much right now because I'm in such a peaceful, happy state. I have got 2 best friends and a number of close friends, not a number, and a few close friends in my life. I'm the firstborn of 3 girls, and I have 2 amazing parents, both still alive. And I'd like to thank God for that because I don't know how I would do life without these people, Yeah. I did not go to university because by the time I clocked university, I just felt like it's not a path that I want to take, and I decided to take a gap year to figure out things. And I realized, right, it wasn't for me at the time because I would have been stuck studying something that I don't want to do. But now I'm more open to the idea of going to school. I just don't know when, because at this point, like trying to juggle a baby and school and hustling and content and all this stuff, I just don't know. But once I have it figured out, then I will do it. I'm married to a wonderful man, a man that loves me and has shown me that God answers prayers. I have a handsome, cute little son, which you guys will meet very soon. His name is Caden. I don't know if there's anything else that I left out, but yeah, that's basically me. Oh, and my biggest insecurity is my keloid scar, which is over here. I got it after I got an industrial piercing. And let me tell you one thing, I don't regret it. I'll do it all over again, even if it comes with a keloid, because it allows me to, it reminds me that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to have new experiences, and it's okay to, to experiment with life, because I'm living life for the first time anyway. Like, I'm bound to make mistakes. I'm bound to mess up, but it's important to get back up. So I am gonna get that fixed. And also, I'm scared of blood. I don't like scars. I don't like none of that. So if you love me, never expose me to scars. But if I really care about you, then I will thug it out. But I hate scars. I hate blood. I am an overthinker. And like, a very small scenario might cause me to deep. And man, that's just me. But I'm working on it. I'm working on trying to narrow my thoughts, and I think reading the Bible has helped me do that. Like, getting to know God has helped me calm down and become more decent. Guys, chirungu, wait, what's the word that I need? I just like, I don't know, decompress. I don't know, man. Okay, stop coming for me. But yeah, man, that's about me. And the last fact that I'll share with you guys is what? Nothing. I don't have a sweet tooth. Basically, I don't like sweet things. I do eat them when I have an immense craving, or as and when, but I'm not one person who's gonna be like, oh my gosh, I need cake. I'm gonna die if I don't have sugar. Or I go into a store and I see like confectionery, I'm gonna go crazy. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not that kind of person, I guess. Yeah, that's about me. So I'm gonna get into the questions that you guys asked me. Let's do it. Number 1 is, how are you managing society's expectations of what a mom should do and be like? So this doesn't just stem from motherhood, in my opinion. It stems from you as an individual, right? Are you one person who conforms to society standards, or are you one person who's just been an individual? Me personally, I've been one person who's been a people pleaser my entire life. Even in primary school, I remember there was this girl, I'm not going to say her name because it's not necessary, but she would literally like bully people in a sense. Do you get what I mean? Like, she came from a well-off family at the time. I was at a private school in primary school. So she would like make people run around the school, like around the ground, like my sports area, during break time, because she wanted to basically assert dominance. Because you know, kind of family group, there's one that had to assert dominance as the leader. So she'd make people run, and then she'd come name and lays or like Oreos or like, I don't know if the Oreos are time, but I'm trying to make you see the gist of the story, right? And whoever months manyai kind of fight, whoever comes first, a biscuit or whatever. So because maybe you were not someone who had those things occasionally, you would end up doing it because you wanted that, or you wanted to make this particular person happy, you know. Or when it comes to birthdays, they would make you pick them as their best friend, and you know, if you don't, they'll feel some type of way, like things like that. And I think that then stemmed into me wanting to get approval from these people, and therefore I'll do things that I personally wouldn't want to do because I wanted to make sure that these friends of mine were happy or were satisfied before myself, you know, before my own happiness and stuff like that. And I got to a point where I wanted to put myself first, you know. I wanted to feel like I'm in control of my life. I wanted to feel good because I cannot point to anyone else. I cannot be the best version of myself. You cannot receive me as my best if I am lacking in a part. So that meant being selfish and doing things that made me happy. So that meant shunning societal expectation. Do you get what I mean? Like, society expects you to act a certain way or to do things by the book, like go to school, get your degree. Me saying this is not saying school's bad. If I had an opportunity to do something, probably if I was me now, a few years ago, I would know what I want to study. But that's not the point. If you have the opportunity to go to school, if you know what you want to do, go to school. But society has a way of wanting to dictate life for you, especially if you're a woman. And the moment you fall into that trap in life in general, you're gonna find that you're going to go into those cycles in all phases of your life. That means motherhood, that means marriage, that means this, that means that. So I realized that, for example, babies are different. Just because you raised your kid and they turned out great and you used a certain method doesn't necessarily mean that your method is gonna work for me. Children are just like people. People are individuals. The way Janet does her things and the way Tanya does her things are not the same, but they can still have success stories. So just because I don't raise my kids the way that you want me to raise my kids doesn't necessarily mean they're going to fail. You know, it's probably my method. There's so many ways to kill a cat. At the end of the day, you want the cat to die. So it's gonna take you having strength and courage to stand up to yourself and say, no, stand up to yourself. And I mean yourself as in Iwewe, I will not be governed by people's standards. I am going to do things the way that I feel like work for me. If it doesn't work for you, then have the courage to stand up. Because let me tell you something, the moment that that particular scenario passes, no one is going to care, right? Even God forbid, my child is not going to die, but if my child is to die today, yes, people are going to sympathize, but in the next 2 weeks, at most 1 week, no one is going to care. Probably the next hour, the same people are not going to care. They're not going to come to my funeral. They're not going to hold my hands when I'm grieving this child. They're not going to do that. So at the end of the day, if they don't pay your bills, if they don't help you, if they didn't put the baby in you, if they didn't help you pay for the bills, if they didn't buy any clothes for you, if they didn't do nothing, if they're not helping you with the fees, so that nothing, they don't have a right to speak over your child. So learn to stand up for yourself and learn not to conform to society standards in general. That way it's easier for you to follow that path in every aspect of your life. I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah. Would you do a home decor video as you buy home stuff? Definitely. YouTube is my safe space and I don't mind. It's just that I haven't had the time, you know, I wanted to do a house tour, but at the time things were just so, they were all over the place. I still haven't furnished our home due to a number of reasons like first, there are things we need to prioritize because adulting is a scam. I'll tell you that, but that's a story for another day. And then second, in terms of furniture buying, I want to take it slow and buy pieces that we know for the next 5 years they're gonna be like standing, not just buy for the sake of buying. So I'm willing to stay in a house without furniture up until I can afford we can afford what we actually want, you know. So I don't mind. So house content is going to be coming soon on all platforms. So follow me everywhere. Is marriage life the way you envisioned it? If not, is it better or worse? It's not in a good way. I just thought that marriage is supposed to be so serious. I mean, it is serious, but serious in the sense that, like, I don't know, everyone is just so uptight. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like for me it's better because one thing I've realized about marriage is no two marriages are the same. Do what works for you and your partner, and don't compare your marriage to any other person. Um, and that's a very easy thing to say, but in practical it's harder. But comparison is the thief of joy, and the moment you constantly say that to yourself, the moment you constantly compare yourself to other people, you will never find the joys in whatever it is that you're doing in your life or whatever you have in your life. But the moment you start to do self-introspection and see that, okay, I've got a man that loves me, we are good, we are fine. You might not have it, or you might not have the mansion, you might not have this, but there's so much to be grateful for when you stop focusing on everything else that's not going right. So in terms of marriage, I just feel like I think we've started just, we've built a friendship first. So it's like we're two homies, like sharing a house and all that, and we have understanding, we are trying to learn and be there for each other, and there's so much effort also that goes in to our marriage. So both of us are intentionally trying to build a healthy, safe, and happy, peaceful, safe space for us and our kids. We want to live good, we want to have a good life, and we want to have a happy, God-centered home at the end of the day. So marriage is way better than expected. I just feel like if you find your person, a person that understands you and that you understand, then you're good to go. And if you have God as the foundation of whatever it is that you build in, trust and believe you are not gonna fail. Did you have any resolutions? If so, are you still on track with all of them? Did I have any resolutions as of now? I did have resolutions. So I did have resolutions the past year. Did I accomplish them? Was I on track with them? No, because it's okay to, I'm realizing that it's okay to have dreams, hopes, and aspirations, but sometimes you also have to leave room for life to take its course. Last year, me and my best friend were supposed to travel, we had a trip to Namibia. I think it was the second trip we planned. Then I then fell pregnant. And in the moment, you want to be like, oh, this, that. But then you have to learn to recalibrate. And yes, the trip didn't happen then, but we're not dead. We can always travel, you know what I mean? You need to adapt to whatever it is that's happening now. So that's been the story of my life. Like I plan, I have resolutions, I have things that I want to do. Some that work out, most actually that work out. But some of them is like, okay, it's not going to happen now, but that doesn't mean it's not going to happen for me because God placed that desire in me for a reason. So I'm just going to be like, you know what? Let's recalibrate. Let's, you know, I'm not on, like, it's still in that track and probably I haven't reached that part of the destination, but I'm gonna reach it, you know. So I don't know if that answers the question, but yeah. Is this where you saw yourself 5 years ago? No. I just knew that life was going to be good for me, but I didn't know that God was going to just bless me like this. You know what I mean? Like, I have wonderful friends, I've got a wonderful partner, I've got a beautiful child. Like, even career-wise, like things are picking up well, quite well actually. So this is not where I saw myself right now. My family, like everything, it's not where I saw myself. It's way better than what I had imagined. Of course, there are things that I hoped that I would have achieved by now, but the fact that it hasn't happened for me, like I mentioned in the beginning, it means that there are things that I need to work on for me to receive those blessings, you know what I mean? So I don't believe in like, oh, it's never gonna happen for me. Of course, I have my bad days, but I believe that if it doesn't happen for me, when God has placed it on my heart, there's something that He wants me to work on first before He blesses me with that thing. He gave me a son because He knew I was ready for that blessing. So yeah, what is different? I think the only different thing right now is my character and my approach to life. There's such a shift in who I am as a person, and that's why I always tell you, if you knew me back then, I've made mistakes, I've done things that probably I could have handled better, but at the end of the day, if you knew me 5 years ago, if you knew me 2 years ago, if you knew me a year ago, I'm not the same person that I am now. I feel like I've evolved, I've changed. Even the way that I resolve conflict is so different. Like, that's, I think, that I think is what's different, the attitude and the mindset shift. How did you manage to get a newly built apartment? House hunting is the pits, but I used an agent. I know that I don't like agents, to be honest, but I got this agent from an acquaintance and they were like, try this out. It's been the pits, we've found places that we liked and weren't able to get it because the other agents are just like hectic, but he made us pay he made us pay after we had secured the place. So it was just sheer luck that I found that listing at that time because I wasn't even looking at it, and I really wanted a modern house that was also within budget. So I'm really grateful that I managed to get something that I actually like because I didn't want anything that looked like it's been lived in too much. So that's what I did. I used an agent, and yeah. Hey baby, hey baby, hey baby, hey baby, hey baby, hey baby. You're smiling. You're smiling now. What's wrong? You miss me? So how are you handling marriage life plus being a new Amatsuke mom? To be honest, if I say I do it in Dega, it's a lie. I have a village of people that help me. Number one being my husband. Like, he is so hands-on and he tries his level best to make sure that I am very comfortable, and that's why for me, like, I don't know, I can't thank God enough. That's why I always talk about him and stuff, because without him I don't know what I would be doing. I'm so grateful because ever since I got with him, to be honest, he's tried his best, he's done his best to make sure that I'm comfortable and I am doing my best. So even during pregnancy, he's been. Even when I went to give birth, he's been. And even now, like, if I need to do something, he's going to make sure that I'm able to do what I want to do. So he's been a very pivotal life in me trying to find that balance. Because sometimes I may not be able to do the dishes. He does that. Sometimes I may not be able to sweep up the house because the baby needs attention. He does that. Sometimes I may need to cook. He might take the baby. He might even bathe the baby. Like, sometimes I'll need to do my content. He'll make a plan for us to be able to do that, He provides, he takes care of us, and he does the most. So this partnership, like me and him, is very much God ordained. I don't care how he's sending me messages. It's cute. So yeah, man. And I also have my sisters, like his sister and my sisters. They do their level best to also help me take care of the baby, especially when I need help and I need to shoot, I need to do something work-wise, I need to go braid. Like, they're for me. And my mom has been doing the most. Like, she enjoys spending time with the baby. My mom has been 110% super supportive with the baby. I don't know what I would do if she wasn't there. So how is it financially buying furniture and all? Guys, furniture is expensive, okay? Furniture is so expensive. But I also think that I am to blame, me personally, because, okay, I like things. Do you understand what I mean? And by virtue of liking things, I'm not willing to compromise. It's just like what I mentioned to you guys when I was giving birth. Like, I wanted to have options when it was like in line with picking my hospital of choice when giving birth. Personally, I want the best in my capacity. I've always told you this. So we had a list of hospitals. We had Vanna Health Point, Vanna Corporate, Vanna Melbourne, and everything. And in terms of reviews, we narrowed it down to Melbourne. In terms of aesthetics, I wanted like Health Point, but I was not willing to get into a sharing room. Because the amount you pay at Health Point and the amount you pay at Melbourne is roughly the same. The only difference is that Melbourne you have your own room, and at Thingy you have to share the room. And I was like, I'm going for Melbourne. And they're so good. They were so good. I was not willing to compromise. Do you understand? Like, andidizve kumboyikidzwa pamari yangu kana pamari munhu wangu unzisa. Like, if I can't afford the best in my capacity, I'm not gonna get it. So with furniture, guys, there's cheap options, very affordable options in terms of furniture. Like, Nashona couch is 300 to the ottoman, but there's just something that's missing from that couch that makes sense to me. So I was like, I will wait until I can afford what I want. And the things that I want are so expensive. So I've just made a conscious decision to wait, buy one piece at a time, you know? Furniture is the pits. But I think once, it's so rewarding because recently, like you saw in the previous vlog, I put up lace curtains. By the way, this is the length of my lace curtains. It's $1 a meter if you want to get your lace curtains out. She is so good and she is so affordable. It felt like such an accomplishment, guys. There's some funny feeling, you know, like doing things on your own, like just the two of us, and then like watching it come together, like us getting the house was such a full circle moment. When the bed came, it was full circle. When my friend sent me the duvets, it's like, wow, this is pretty, you know, it just brought a certain element of newness. The lace curtains brought a new element of newness to the house. And now I can imagine when we put our couch, when we put our fridge, like a lot of other things. So it's like a bittersweet process. Like, I want to have my stuff now, but it's just like so exciting to be excited about a couch, excited about everything. But I don't know, it's so rewarding, and I think I'm gonna enjoy it. And someone said, okay, this is not a question. They wanted a link to like minoxidil and Shane running. So if you want your Shane shopping, I'll leave the number in the description box. The financial aspect of being a family of 3 now in Zim. Let me tell you, it's not cheap. I feel like, okay, it's subjective. Price is subjective. Cost of living is subjective. Because I was having a discussion with my husband the other day and saying, if we were living on a different suburb, different density, if we wanted a certain form of life, like in the sense that, for example, compromise on the school that you want to send your kid, like, no offense to anybody, like, each their own, but we want private education because I've been exposed to private education and I know what the difference is between that. So I want to afford my child the same opportunity. And if you want that, if you want to live in a prime suburb, if you want to shop at better shops, because for me it's like, yes, town is cheap, guys. Tuck shops are cheap, but the way that I've been treated when I've gone to those places, not essay, but most of them, I'd rather go to Food Lovers than stand in a queue. Because in that queue, I feel like you respect the dollar that I'm paying. I feel like you value me as a consumer because you are not doing me a favor by me coming and buying your product, right? And most of these shops in town or other places, like, you know, like, I don't know what it is, but not everyone though. There are good shops in town, but for me, it's just like, first, the inconvenience of trying to park in town. I'm not gonna go claim for because I don't know, I just don't know. And then now, to top it all off, I get bad customer service. I'm just like, I'd rather go to a place where I pay extra to be treated like a human. Do you know what I mean? So by factoring all these things, it's a bit pricey, I won't lie. But our family is still small. I wonder what it's gonna be like when the family is larger, because I do want a big family, funds permitting, but it's doable. It's just difficult because we all know the current economic situation in Zim right now. But I just feel like we should just stop, like, it's doable. It's doable for us. And I think, guys, I could go na kwedu, but because sometimes you're just like, how did we even get past this? I'm gonna answer the last question, which is, how is it being a mom and married to your partner? I think I have answered this so many times. I love it. I love being a mom. If you had told me 5 years ago that I would enjoy being a mom like this, I always knew I was going to be a mom, but I never knew I'd love being a mom like this. I love being a mom, guys. And I love doing life with the men that I'm with. And honestly, once we start living our best life, once things start to align the way we want them to align, life is going to be so good for us. God is so good. When I look at my partner, I look at my child, I see the goodness of God. Do you understand? Do you understand? That's the best way I can answer that question. I love where I'm at. I love the things I have, and I love being a wife and a mom. with that being said, I think this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you got to the end. If you got to the end, we are now in our pink era, so leave a pink heart down below. I want to see how many of you actually get to the end. So comment a pink heart. Yes, leave whatever comment you're gonna leave, but leave a pink heart even in your comment, or just pink hearts. I want to see how many of you actually got to the end. But thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for engaging with my content, and thank you guys for being you. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.